What if you could avoid the biggest mistakes mortgage brokers make when they are first starting out? Every top broker looks back and cringes at the avoidable errors that slowed their growth. And the truth is, most of the time, these mistakes come from not knowing the right strategies early on. Miss these lessons and you could lose clients, waste time, and stay stuck in survival mode while others race ahead. So that is why I want to unpack 5 things that the top mortgage brokers wish they had done when they first started. Let's do it. I'm Ash Borland, business coach and brand strategist helping mortgage brokers simplify success. Over the years, I've helped hundreds of brokers improve their impact and income, and I want to do the same for you today. Let's jump into the 5 top things that mortgage brokers wish they'd done when they first started out. The first one is that they got started sooner. So most people will have put off the idea of taking the CMAP exams or CMAP equivalents, and they'll put them off for a year, 6 months, 8 months, a year, whatever it may be, until the right time. And this is a common thing I see people do. The sooner they started to make money, the sooner they started to build a client bank, and it started to grow and build. And this is the type of thing that you need to address. Many people will think, I'll do it later. And all of the people I've spoken to who did it all said, I wish I'd done it 2 years, 3 years before. And you probably will feel the same. So if you are somebody that's stuck right now and you're thinking, I haven't done the exams, I'm waiting for the right time. The truth is the time is right now, and that is the time to do it. So don't get stuck in that trap. The second one is that they make the most out of an employed role. They wish they had made the most out of the employed role. So advisors who had gone in, I actually fall into these. In fact, I probably fall into most of these when I was an advisor, but most people will go off sometimes and go in an employed space. That could be working for things like Connells, Countrywide. That could be working for things like L&C or any other type of employed role that's out there. Some people will go into an employed mortgage advisor role. What happens normally with this is that these have leads provided. And when the leads are provided, you just assume that's just what it is. And you just go to work, you do the mortgages, and you get it done. The biggest mistake and the biggest regret, this is something I have myself, and I know people who have come from the same environment do themselves as well, is when I worked at Connells, I worked in a estate agency that would just literally funnel you leads every single day, fill your diary, day in, day out. And if they couldn't book them in, I wouldn't chase the lead. I wouldn't try. I would just be like, yeah, okay, cool. And I will just do the mortgage once they're in front of me. Did not realize how great you have it. I had it until after I left and went on my own self-employed. And I looked back at that time and thought I could have made 10 times the money. I could have worked significantly harder. And not only that, I would have built the skill in an environment that was okay for me to fail in, because I always would have had people coming in. I could have built that lead generating skill in that environment, which was safer. There was more of a safety blanket. And instead, I didn't do that. What I did was just got fat and lazy from being fed the leads, which is a really common thing. So that is something that I would say if you're going into an employed role with the mindset of going to be self-employed, and also if you're going to go employed and stay employed, start treating it like it's your business. If you start generating properly, doing all those things that you should do, you will massively reap the rewards when you go self-employed in the future, significantly. Number 3, not charging fees at the start. This is a common thing that new advisors think of. They say, I won't charge fees at the beginning because I just want to get clients in, and then I will slowly increase my fees over time. The reason why this is a problem is that whatever you establish at the beginning is the baseline standard, and people are going to start to refer and recommend. The way that the business works is people are referrals. They refer each other all over the place. And so if you are not referring people, if you're not getting the right type of people coming through, then that's probably because you've already done business where you didn't charge a fee. And they're going to be telling that over and over again. So the big mistake people make is not charging fees early on. If you charge fees early on, and a good fee, not a nominal fee, realistically, I'll give you the number, $495 should be the minimum fee you should be charging as an advisor, brand new, whatever it may be. That's the minimum standard. Anything lower than that, you are below market value, in my opinion, and that's where you want to state it. But not charging fees is one that many people say. I deal with this on a daily basis, where people come to me and they're like, Ash, I don't know how to get my fees up. I've been doing it for 10 years. I've charged people £100, now 150. I need to get them up. Yeah, you need to get them up to 600, 700, 800. And that's a massive jump. Big problem. Big mistake people make and big regret. Number 4 we have is going too big too fast. So there's always this concept people think about, okay, can I go big? I want to have staff, I want to have a team, I want to be able to have multiple introducers, an office, all of these things. Going big fast can cause problems if you don't have the right foundation in place, and most of the time you don't. So bringing people in slowly over time is a better way of doing it. But if you go really big too fast, I myself have seen this many times. I've had discovery calls with people who have businesses that are very big, but when you actually talk to them, they make no money. And I don't know about you, I go to work to make money. I love what I do, but I'm not going to do it for free. I want to be paid. And if you're not being paid, what's the point? And this is quite common. You do end up seeing people who have scaled to have big high street offices and all this type of stuff. And you speak to them and they are making less than they would make as a mortgage advisor in an employed role, significantly less in some cases. I remember speaking to one guy, they had a seven-figure turnover, and he himself was making about £25,000 a year. That is a no-go. Everybody else got fed before him, that's fine. But he himself was writing about 250 grand a year. So he was writing about 250 grand a year, but he actually took home about 25,000. It was kind of mind-blowing. Big one, don't do that. Grow slow, keep it small, keep it all. That's the saying I love to say. And then that leads me to number 5, and that is not investing in the business and in yourself. So this one is not investing in skill sets, coaches, services like marketing services, website services, lead generation services, CPD, so learning to be better at the job. These things will fast track you forward. There's a reason why clients who work with me are able to add an extra 60, 70, 80,000 pounds to their income quite easily over an 18-month period if they do all the right things. And that's because they are investing in themselves. It would take them a lot longer, if not never, to get to the point where they could add that in just by watching content alone. They need the help. And that's exactly the same thing. And it doesn't just mean mine. There are tons of other services out there. There are tons of other things. And if you start investing in yourself, you start reaping the rewards and collecting the dividends on the investment. And that's, again, something that many people, including myself, I was the person who didn't pay for a coach and a consultant myself for a long time before I started. Once I did, my entire business changed. My life changed. But I didn't for a long time. I thought I could do it on my own. I could watch content, learn about it, read it, and it got me so far. But the unlock happened when I actually started paying somebody to help me and hold me accountable. And so this is one of the things that comes up a lot. And obviously from the people I work with, that's their switch. They've decided to invest. Thanks for watching this video. If you're starting out as a mortgage broker and you want to take a real look at what to expect in your first year, then check out this video on screen right now, which is what you can expect in your first year as a mortgage broker. I cover everything from challenges to the strategies to help you hit the ground running. Click on it right now, and you can also check it out in the description below. Cheers.